Howdy, I'm Mitchell Whittington from the Visit Jefferson YouTube channel, and I just wanted to make a quick little video with some updates about the channel, a couple things I wanted to share with you, and it's been a project. I started out on the front porch of the Grove, and I'm really getting into it, and I'm going down my list of things I wanted to tell you guys, and then my neighbor starts mowing. And then started blowing leaves and stuff. And it's just like, oh man, this is not going to work. I had a great idea. Why don't I move it out to Diamond Bessie's grave? And I'll sit on a little bench here beside her grave. Hey, no better place to talk about Jefferson than at the place where Diamond Bessie is buried. So I get out there, and it was in the 80s when I got out there. The further I got into the video, because I had to do a few takes, it was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Sweat is just pouring off of me. I'm sitting on this concrete bench, and it is so hot. My buns were starting to cook back there. It's like, I don't know how long I can sit on this bench. So I finally abandoned that idea. I got back in the car. I had gone up 4 whole degrees just in the time I was shooting the video. And I finally thought, you know what? Time for me to go back to the Grove. And let's sit at the front parlor and the air conditioning and the quiet. And I can do what I want. So here we are. Well, like I said, my name is Mitchell Whittington from the Visit Jefferson YouTube channel. And first of all, I just want to say thanks. Thank you so much for watching my little channel. I know it's nothing cosmic, nothing significant, but it's kind of fun to make, and I enjoy sharing Jefferson's history. I've gone back and looked at some of the early videos, and wow, are they bad, cringeworthy. I mean, I'm having video problems and audio problems and editing problems, and oh, just terrible. It makes me want to pull those videos down. I did talk myself out of it because even though I am no videographer and I'm certainly no great channel host, one thing I am reasonably okay at is research. So the information in those early videos is really good. I mean, it's right on. So I thought, okay, I shouldn't pull them. And besides, if you redo a video, you lose everything, all the comments and the ranking and everything that went into it. So I thought, well, I'll just leave those up. So thank you for getting past those. Some of those, like I said, just make me cringe. I also wanted to tell you a story. Now, first of all, I make no money off of this channel. This channel is not monetized, although I do have a pretty funny story about that. Unless you're like a teenage influencer with 10 million followers, you don't make any money on YouTube to speak of, and certainly not with a little channel like we have here. I think that last time I looked, it was like 1,300 subscribers, which to me is awesome. But to a teenage influencer on YouTube, they would laugh at that. But for me, I'm just happy about it. But anyway, I got an email, came into my inbox from YouTube, and they said, hey, you're getting a lot of traffic, what would you think about monetizing your channel? And you make a few pennies here and there. And I thought, well, that might not be bad. Why not? Why not indeed? So because I've bought equipment over the years and, really put a lot of work into it. That might not be a bad thing at all. So I said, sure, clicking on it. Absolutely. Sign me right up. And they said, well, we're going to evaluate your channel. Well, I hear nothing. Crickets. Nothing at all. Finally, after about a week, I signed on to my YouTube channel, and I try to do that every day now. But back then, just every week or so. And I signed on, and they had sent me a YouTube communication, not an email like the first one, but a YouTube communication. And I opened it up, and it said, hey, we looked at your channel, and we don't think that you're a real person doing this. What? Anyway, they went on to say, yeah, we need you to prove that you're who you say you are. So you have 1 week to put together a new video and post it. Well, I look, and that week started, like a week ago. This is my last day to put up a video. Well, there's no way of putting up a video of any quality at all, even like the bad early ones. In just a few hours, I thought, well, I missed that boat. But still, I thought, I introduce every video with my name. I narrate every video. all the photographs from around Jefferson, I take all those. All the old photographs that I've featured of things. I'm the one that researched and pulled them out of the archives of wherever. I mean, yes, this is me. This is me doing this. So I don't know what happened. Anyway, I guess I'm not supposed to monetize the channel, and I don't. I don't make anything off of it. This is all just because I really, really, really enjoy sharing this little town of Jefferson with everybody. I love it so much. It's been a part of my life for 23 years now, and I enjoy sharing it with people, sharing it with you guys. And I appreciate y'all, taking a look at the videos and giving me a little thumbs up if you like it, or leaving a comment. All that means a lot to me. I also wanted to mention the fact that sometimes I feel weird because I do a lot of food videos. And I do those for two reasons. The first of which is, it's the number one question I get. We do tours of the Grove on weekends, and I enjoy visiting with folks from out of town before and after the tours. And almost to a person, they'll say in the course of all the conversation, "Hey, where should we eat in town?" I get that so much that I do dedicate some time to food here in town. I did the Pizza Jefferson video. I did the hamburger tour. Just recently, I posted the chicken wings over Jefferson, or wings over Jefferson, which I really had a lot of fun. I'm really proud of that video. That was a lot of fun to do. Also, if you follow the posts, which not only do I put videos on, but if you look at the very top of the screen when you go to the channel, it'll say home, videos, posts. And if you click on posts, those are just photographs. I post one here and post one there, some information about weird things I see around town, fun things I see around town. And I've also been putting a lot of food on there. When I, go into a restaurant, I see something that really looks good, I'll take a picture of it, and before I eat it, of course, and post it up there with where it is and information about it. Full disclosure, I do not get free meals. Those are not sponsored. In fact, when I am doing that, I never tell the place that, hey, this is for a video. Nothing like that. I want to get the honest, exact same thing that you would get if you went in there and ordered. So, yeah, I don't tell anybody about it. Like I said, I don't ask for free food. Nothing is sponsored like that. So I do put a lot of food stuff up, but that's the reason why. And I hope you're keeping notes so that next time you come back to Jefferson, you'll find some great places to try. Also, people seem to like those videos more. I guess the Wings Over Jefferson video, it had like 200 views in 2 days. Whereas if you look at the B&B video, what did I call it? The B&B Capital of Texas. Yeah, that's it. B&B Capital of Texas video. It had 120 views in 2 months. So people jump on these food videos. They really like seeing what their options are. So I'm going to keep doing that, but I wanted to explain it. There's another thing, and this was the first thing that kind of made me feel compelled to make this video, is I've lived in Jefferson 23 years. I've written about a lot of things to do in town. I did a recent book, the Jefferson Bucket List, 101 Things to Do in Jefferson Before You Die. Well, things in Jefferson kind of evolve. So some of the things I wrote about in that book and some of the things I've mentioned in my video here don't exist anymore. For example, the train ride that we had, the gentleman had that who's been running it for years, just a beloved character here in town. He wanted to retire. I get that. I completely understand. So we don't have a train right now. The carriage ride, the lady that did that retired. I hear that we have a new one coming, so maybe I'll be able to post a picture of that or something. But things evolve. One of my favorite restaurants in town, 1852 on Austin, the owner had a sudden heart attack and died, which was bad news for everybody because A, he was a great guy, but B, he had a wonderful restaurant. Will it come back in some form or another? I don't know. So if you see something on one of these videos and you get here to town and it's no longer here, it's just an evolution. Old places leave, new places come in, and it kind of gives Jefferson a fresh face for when you come back to town. You have new things to try that you've never tried before, and that's important, I think. So I did want to explain that, though. And again, I can't go back and replace the video because you lose everything when you do that. So I don't get to update them, but I am trying to put into posts things that happen. So be sure and read those. And by the way, they are photographs. So you'll see a photo and you'll get the description of it above it, and there will be arrows on the side so that if there's more than one photo, you can click and go back and forth. A good buddy of mine, I'd gone to the post office to ship some books here, I guess it was last week, and he was out doing some yard work, and I pulled over and talked to him, and he said, "Yeah, I've been noticing your posts, but man, I keep clicking on them and I can't get them to play." And I was like, no, those are pictures, just pictures. The videos, yes, you can play those. The others are just kind of little daily update pictures. I try to add one once every 2 or 3 days. So, keep watching that, and I hope you enjoy them. And the other thing, which I mention at the end of every video, is I thank you so much for clicking the thumbs up button. Do that on the posts, on the comments that you read if you like them. The video, if you enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. That does help the channel. The folks at YouTube kind of pay attention to that kind of stuff. Also, if you hit the subscribe button, you can subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost anything. Your name doesn't go on any weird mailing list or anything like that. No, in fact, all that happens is you get a little notification whenever I post something new. So I've got a new video that I just finished, and it's about to go up. It's on Jay Gould and his curse of Jefferson. But anyway, when that goes up, you'll get a little notification. Hey, the Jefferson guy just posted a new Jay Gould video. So, that's all in the world it is. But that helps too. So that's it. I just wanted to take a few minutes and chat with you and tell you those things. Mainly, I just wanted to say thanks. It really kind of warms my heart to see people watching the video and liking them and commenting on them. It really makes my day. So thank you guys so much. And I appreciate you sticking through the early bad ones. And I hope that they're getting better. I know that my video is getting a little bit better. Hopefully my sound is getting better. And hopefully I'm getting better. I was really stiff on the first ones. I wanted to be really, kind of professional. And now I'm just like, well, whatever. Let's have fun. Let's just talk. And hopefully that's coming through. Thanks again. You guys really mean so much to me by supporting the channel, and I appreciate it. Thanks. And like I always say, I hope I'll see you around Jefferson.